What's the deal, man? It's boy Dwayne McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Continue to support the boy, man. Today's gonna be an amazing video, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of bases to cover about. So last night, I was on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, man, Dwayne McClain TV too. I usually talking junk. I'm doing that for, I talk more about relationships and stuff like that in my past. I told a story last night about how I got caught cheating, so check that out. It's still on my reels. So a lot of that stuff's gonna be on Instagram because I feel like that's the place for it. You know what I'm saying? For that type of content, we're just gonna make it whatever. Anyways, follow me, Dwayne McClain TV too on Instagram. Link will be in the description box. So, excuse me. Today's video is gonna be about the lust demon. It's real. And the reason, the importance of it, and here's the thing. There are entities out there, spiritual entities that do not want you to succeed. If you succeed, you will not be able to hear the play with them no more. All right, they want to see you fail. They want to see you miserable. It makes them happy. They feed off of that energy. They're here. All right, you got the god of fear, you got the demon of fear, god of fear, the deity of lust, greed, sloth, and we can go through all of the 7 deadly sins pretty much. But we're talking about lust. Now, the lust demon is very, 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 very powerful because sex can control. I'll use myself, right? I was somebody who was heavily controlled by the lust demon for a lot of my life, man. A lot of my life, it was bad. I'm talking about chasing girls. When I had the world, I had the world, man. I had a family, man. I didn't see the importance of it because I was young and my baby mother really didn't get along at that time, even though I was putting issues on it. And I didn't realize about myself. So that's another reason why I'm kind of glad we separated, because I learned a lot about myself. I'm really just a difficult dude. I don't need to be with nobody. I just need to be alone. But at the time, I was difficult. But I spent a lot of time chasing something that was an illusion, because I watched a lot of adult films growing up as a kid. And when it's attacks, especially as a child mind, it can flood your mind. That's why they want this stuff with kids. And they subconsciously put this in our minds as children. That's why. And I wonder why my generation, it seems like it's more sexual than this generation. Like, it's, how many times in my generation, 12-year-old girls get pregnant, 13-year-old girls get pregnant. You don't see that too much now. Then I'm sure it happens. It's just not as often. It was, man, I graduated with 4 girls that had 3 kids by the time we graduated. When I was 18, you know how many girls had babies when I was 18? I think half my graduate class at least had 1 kid by the time I was 18. A lot of guys did too. And I think it was the Disney movies. Hear me out. I think just because my generation watched so much Disney and so much of those cartoons, our subconscious was trained to have sex at an early age. And a lot of our movies we watched was teaching us about sex at an early age. And we also had the excitement of the hidden. See, now it's not hidden no more, so kids don't want to find it no more. Am I saying kids not as sexually active? I'm not saying. They probably are sexually active. They not even doing what we was doing. They weren't doing what we was doing. Nene at school was busting open wide open at school. A lot of girls I hope it's not going around like that, but I will say that there is the benefit of having the camera out now, because less kids, you have more of a way to record and report stuff when it happens. Because a lot of times what happens, we have to go home. So the lust demon makes you waste time. It causes a lot of issues. Think about it. You're somebody who's lustful. You're going to go out and do something pause. Like, think about if somebody's assaulted at a young age. They're traumatized for their whole life. Think about if somebody's assaulted at a young age by an older relative. Man, it takes years of therapy. So think about how lives are ruined with that. All right. Now let's get into more of the pop culture thing. So Ice Spice and Glorilla took a picture and they wanted to show off their camel toes. What is this going to lead to? More average girls showing off their body, which is going to lead to what? Them posting on the internet. Meaning other men are going to start hitting their DM wanting what? Sex. A lot of our women post their bodies provocative, and then they wonder why their relationships are bad, because you are inviting sexual energy to your life. So we will see you post something that you're just like, say you're a girl, you're doing a new twerk challenge. Now I'm hitting your DM, because now what I don't want to meet you as a friend. All I seen was a butt shaking, and I seen you moving a certain way. I want sex now. You know what I'm saying? So this is why they lead to so much stuff, because they're going to have girls posting this stuff. It's going to bring in a sexual attention. So that's what's going to cause the problem. So now we got guys who are going to see this camel toe, see a girl camel toe, want to go out and get it. Even though I'm going to tell all my friends, all my fellas, sex is heavily overrated, man. I waste a lot of my time. I still enjoy it, but I don't chase it as much as I used to. And I actually could get a lot of it right now. It's just it doesn't excite me no more. And it's not like I had a bunch of it. Y'all, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy who's had 300 girls, 500 girls. I don't even know if I even cracked 100. But I know for a fact, I just learned that it's really overrated, man. It's really over. It's only lasts, 5, 6, 10 minutes, maybe, if that. You know, there's a lot of odors involved. You know what I'm saying? A lot of STDs can come from it. There might be babies and stuff that come from it. And then that's another thing with the lust demon as well. The lust demon will have it where we will make these kids at young ages, was going to make children be born into lives of turmoil. You having a baby at 15, the mama 15, the baby going to be growing up and seeing his parents be kids and have a difficult life. You're going to have a guy who's going to watch an Instagram video, get overly aroused, go out, get drunk, and do something crazy. Now you have a female who has a baby from a guy she barely knew, you know what I'm saying, or a guy took advantage of her. Now that she might go get an abortion, which is taking a life. She might go have the child. Now the child's born and he doesn't have a father. And then there is a cause and effect of not having both parents in the home. And this is the reason why they're pushing so much sex on the youth. And they want the youth doing like how we was. It's not working though. It's not working. It's really not. I'm glad the new age of kids ain't. You know, and who's to say it's not? There might be kids out there that is into this stuff. I just don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not showing them from my end. It doesn't look that way. So that's the reason why they want men wasting time. So let me tell you how it wastes time. So more and more, that's why they want to normalize SLUT walks, girls giving their body up, because more and more men are going to waste time masturbating, waste time fornicating, waste time pursuing sex instead of pursuing a life of abundance, a life of meaning. And even most guys today are only getting their lives together just to get sex. What do most alpha male channels gear their end goal for guys to be? They will say, yeah, focus on your purpose and focus on your career, but they will use women. They mostly want you following their channels, getting in shape so you could get more women. That's the main thing that they're going to be pushing. And because they know that you're going to be motivated by sex to get your life together. You're going to be motivated to get more sex by an attractive woman to buy their book. You know what I'm saying? It's rare that they try to get you guys, especially in the alpha red pill community, try to do anything productive without it being geared toward getting an attractive woman. I want you guys to understand, just to be happy. And I'm telling you guys this now. Chasing a bunch of butt and stuff like that, unless you're a whore like me, and I used to believe this stuff about myself, and I'm coming to more and more in my agreement, but I still feel like I'm a lot happier when I see a bunch of other women. But unless you're a guy like me where you just can't settle with one woman, I could understand it. But they try to get more and more guys chasing something that's not even going to make them happy in the end. Because at the end of the day, and I've seen it from my end, you're not as happy. You go out chasing all of these women, hurting all these feelings, wasting all this time. Say you meet a girl, and you're meeting a woman, you're only thinking about sex. You're not even thinking about who she is. And that's another thing with the lust demon. It has us looking at women and not even looking at them as people. So when we meet these girls, think about if a dude flies a woman out. When he flies a girl out, what does that mean? Did he want to get to know her? No, he flew her out because he wanted to have sex with her. Did he, when he seen her on Instagram, did he think about what kind of ideas she has? What our conversation is? No. And my main thing I look for when I meet a chick is, how well can I talk to you? It's not, I would date, me personally, I'm not the only guy thinking like this. I would take a less attractive woman that I get along with than the most attractive woman I can't get along with. There's a girl now who's like one of my friends. This girl's a beautiful girl. I told her straight up, we can never be together. I never want to touch her body. Never. Because, yeah, you're a friend, but I don't want nothing to do with you because I know for how you act, and I don't like the way you act. You know, I'm more attracted to our conversation, but I'm a different person. I learned this over time. So the average guy's not even thinking about the experience with a woman, how well we get along, all we're thinking about is sex, and which is going to lead to more issues. So if I'm only thinking about sex, I'm only thinking about what can I get, I'm going to date a woman that's not going to make me happy. What did I tell you at the beginning that makes the lust demon happy? You being unhappy. Guys, you know how many times it was where I have TMI, how many times where I was in a situation, I masturbated 2 times in a row, and I just felt low, I felt lame, I felt weak, I felt useless. You know, I'm like, man, I'm just, and I don't feel like this if I just masturbate once a month. This is around the time when I was in a drought, and I was masturbating every day, and by like the 3rd week, 21 days straight, I did it, and I just like, I was looking at myself. I was embarrassed. I felt low. I was unhappy. And it would do that to us. And why am I unhappy? Because, and fellas, you should not be unhappy if you're not getting sex. I understand we want women, we want that stuff, but they're trying to brainwash us with sex to make us feel that that's what makes us, gives us a sense of fulfillment. You are not less of a man if you can't pull women. You are not less of a man if you're not having a lot of sex. You're not less of a man if your body count is under 5. You're not less of a man if you're a virgin. They put it in our heads that being a virgin is a bad thing. It's okay to be a virgin, man. It's okay, man. I wish I would have stayed a virgin. I want my son to be a virgin as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want my guys to really, and my ladies too. I really hate it for my ladies that they made it to where girls are just having so much sex now, because it's making our women pretty much useless at this point. They're not being mothers. They're not trying to go out and be the best woman. They're not even chasing education no more. Used to, every girl wanted a degree. Girls trying to get the bag now without getting the, man, when I was growing up, every girl went to college. When I was like 23, 24, every girl was in college. Most girls are not going to college. Most younger girls I meet are not thinking about college. They got their tongue out and they're ashy to the camera. They're not thinking about education. I would like my ladies to go back to thinking about education, thinking about getting businesses, you know, and they're pushing this sex stuff and being pretty and my body. So, and that's, don't get it twisted. Most of these girls have great jobs, but what is it going to lead to? Guys in the DM, guys having sex, and you having sex, STDs, a sense of loneliness. It's going to lead to problems. It's going to lead to issues. All this lust and sex is not going to lead to nothing good. I can guarantee it. And that's why they're pushing out in every video, every girl twerking. If you look at an average 19, 18-year-old girl, especially in the black community, long weave, little bangs, tongue out, bunch of tattoos, twerking, ready to give it up. You know what I'm saying? Ready to. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this shit is crazy how the times is going, but that's just how the times are going, man. And I'm making these videos so my people can understand what's going on, so they can understand, hey, man, am I falling for the trap? I was falling for the trap bad, y'all. Y'all know I'm boycotting booties on Instagram. I unfollowed I'm unfollowing still. I didn't know I followed so many, but I'm still unfollowing, still going through, unfollowing all the booties on there. Now, there might be a few of them I'm still, as I know these females personally, so I'm not about to unfollow them just because they strip every once in a while, and these girls don't make this their life. But I'm unfollowing them because I feel like I don't want to support a lady shaking her butt online every day. I don't want to support women selling prostitution. I don't want to support that stuff no more. I feel like it wastes a lot of men's time, and that's what society is, and they're going to use sex. Why do you think about all this pride stuff? All this pride, it's all about sex. Anything pride and gay is about who you're sexually attracted to. That's all gay stuff is. If you take, because who you sexually attracted to should not matter. Anytime you see pride, it's basically saying, hey, if somebody tells you they're GAY, they're basically saying they like the opposite sex. Why are we caring about that? Why are we worried about what makes you sexually or makes you aroused? We are worrying about the wrong things in life. We are. And sex is not one of the least things, especially in the black community. We need to stop worrying about that stuff. And if you look at how the dances are and all this other stuff in our community, all it is pushing sex, which leads to STDs, loneliness, depression, single parent households. It's going to lead to high sexual assault rates because men, we're showing them sex, and guys don't know how to get sex the right way. So they're going to get frustrated and choose to go the violent way, which is going to cause a woman to probably want to unalive herself, cause a woman to have to get lots of therapy, cause that man to go to jail because he can't control himself. And then we got these guys, we're not teaching them self-control. We're not teaching them how because I seen men being sexually frustrated, and it destroys them. When men are sexually frustrated, they do some crazy stuff. I seen a man drop $1,000 on sex, man. There was a woman at an AutoZone I worked at. It was this big fat white dude. He was big and fat. He always drank Mountain Dew. Man, she came there because he owed her, I think, $300. He like, I gave you $700. You're going to be up here embarrassing me. She's like, I want my other thing, Daryl. I want my other $300, Daryl. I'm like, dang, a stack. But when you're desperate, so I've seen it, man. I've seen what it does to guys when they can't get it and get sexually frustrated. I've seen it, man. It gets very bad for guys, man. It can get very bad, and I don't like that when it happens, but we gotta teach our guys that there's more importance to it. You're not less of a man for it. And I can say that for me because I had my experiences. What about for a guy who never had his experiences? What about for a woman ain't looking his way at all? He's going to be on Instagram. He's going to be on OnlyFans. He's going to be buying it. You know, we have to teach those guys that it's okay that you're not getting it. There's more to life than this. We got to teach all guys that. Because a lot of men, we waste our time chasing the wrong thing. Not happiness. We're not making families no more. That's another thing what the lust demon is doing. We're not making families no more, man. So that's why these celebrities are all pushing lust. That's why these celebrities are all pushing that, man. They're trying to keep the world evil, man. If y'all want me to talk about the fear of God as well, we can talk about that. We can talk about the gluttony God, why he does that, the jealousy God. I think the 7, pride, envy. I'm thinking about Full Metal Alchemist. Pride, envy, gluttony, lust, wrath, greed. I think it's envy. Did I already say envy? Or lust. I think it's lust. So lust, wrath, pride, gluttony, envy, greed, and I forgot all of them. Sloth. Sloth is another one, man. That Kevin is lazy. They want to see the world end, man. They want to see it end. And if you got an active energy destroying the world and you don't have an active energy to stop it, what's going to happen? The world's going to get destroyed. But it's boy, McClain doing McClain TV, man. I hope y'all like this video. Like, comment, subscribe. And let me know if y'all have some video ideas in the comment section. I'll be blessed. I'll be safe. I'm out.